Hi guys, it's Mrs. McLean. We are going to be reading the next Flyleaf book together on here. It's Bon Bon, the Downtown Cow. And the next sound that we're practicing from our sound wall is over by the sink. Up above the sink is the ow sound. O-U, trout, ow, and O-W, plow, ow. So, let me see if I can click over here. That worked. So I have O-U, trout, ow. Trout is a kind of fish, and the O-U says ow. And O-W, plow, ow. The O-W in plow, like a snow plow. So here are some words from the story, Bon Bon, the Downtown Cow, and I've highlighted in red the ow sound. We have about, around, bounded. Bounded could mean more than one thing. You'll have to find out when we read the story what bounded means. Count, flower. This kind of flower is not the pretty one that you grow and pick for your mom. This kind of flour is the kind of stuff that you bake with. You make bread or cookies. Found, ground, loud, mound. Mound. I'm thinking of a pitcher's mound. When I see that word, I wonder where mound comes into the story. Pouting. Ugh, pouting. Can you guys pout for me? Ugh, I'm pouting because I have to stay home again on Friday, but I'll see you all on Monday. Pouting is when you're not too happy. Proud. Snouts. A snout is like a nose. A snout maybe like on a pig. Sounds. And here's where the words switch over to O-W, like in plow. So this says ow. So this word is bow, like you take a bow when you're finished performing. But if we're using the other sound for O-W, this word could also be bow. And this is called a homograph, like a bow that you put in your hair. Or if it's O-W, ow, a bow. So that's one that is spelled the same, but they're pronounced differently. Bowed. Brown. That's capitalized. So I don't think they're just talking about the color. It must be someone's name. Browns. There's an apostrophe S. Something must belong to the Browns. Clowned. Clowned. That sounds like a verb. Like someone might be silly acting and they clowned around. I don't think they're talking about like a noun, the clown from the circus. Here are some more OU words. Out, outfit, outside. There's pout. We talked about that one already. Here's gown. Gown is a word for a very fancy dress, a gown, like a wedding gown. Growling. Growling. How? Howled. I wonder what they're talking about, an animal possibly howling. Howled, and here's howling. Oops, my mouse is jittery. Owl. Plow. Just like the word plow, like a snow plow. Sows. I think they're talking about baby pigs when they're talking about sows, another name for a baby pig. Sow. Town. Cow. Crowd. Down. And downtown. I'm going to switch back over to the story, I think. All right, kiddos, I'm going to read Bon Bon, the Downtown Cow to you, and you can enjoy the story. This story will be added to your Just Right bins. It is one of my favorite Flyleaf books. And this comes out Act 1. Oh, and there's some very fancy words in here, like super fancy. You know how I talk about making your writing sound exciting, or use some fancy words like Fancy Nancy does so that you can visualize, you can picture it happening. There's some really good words in here that help you picture what is happening. But when you're looking at a book, you also get to enjoy what the author drew out or the illustrator drew out as the pictures. As the sun crept up past the hills around the town, the day at the Brown farm was beginning. Watch for those OW words as I'm reading. As the rest of the town slept, Farmer Brown milked his cow Bon Bon. Outside, Mrs. Brown fed the ducks and pigs. The mist drifted on the pond, and the sun glinted on the wet grass. This one was like, I thought those were super fancy words to describe this setting right here. So you can see that you can picture in your mind, if you don't get to see this picture, a mist drifting through the air on the pond, and the sun glinted on the wet grass. So I'm picturing like the grass having a little bit of dew on it, and then the sun is kind of sparkling off of it or glinting. It glinted on the wet grass. But as Farmer Brown milked, his cow Bon Bon hung her lip down so far it just about hit the ground. It was as if Bon Bon were pouting. Look at that lip. She is pouting. Bon Bon is so glum. Perhaps she is ill, Farmer Brown told Mrs. Brown as he led Bon Bon out to the barnyard. The fact was that Bon Bon was not ill, but she did have a problem. The problem was that Bon Bon did not want to be just a cow. She wanted to be a singer. Bon Bon wanted to be a star. Act 2. Bon Bon's problem began the night the barn owl told her about his visit to the downtown bandstand. He told her about the singer, about how her gown glinted as she bowed under the bandstand lights. There's that word glinted again. We heard about the wet grass glinting in the sun. It was kind of sparkling. And here's that word glinted again. It says her gown glinted as she bowed under the bandstand lights. So I'm picturing a sparkly gown because the lights, her gown must have sparkly sequins on it possibly. And the lights are making it glint. Wow, if I could sing one night on a bandstand in front of a crowd, I would be so proud. But that will not happen. I am just a cow. From that night on, when the Browns and the rest of the farm animals were tucked in bed, Bon Bon snuck out of her pen. Under the stars and the barnyard light, Bon Bon sang her songs into the night. Act 3. One sunup, a sunup that Bon Bon would never forget, there was a loud racket in the barnyard. The ducks quacked at the pigs grunted at the dogs howled at the cats. "What is the fuss?" Farmer Brown asked as he milked. When Bon Bon was let out, the ducks were flapping their wings at a brown bag that was pinned to the farm wagon. It had "Talent Contest Tonight" printed on it. "At 10 o'clock under the stars and the barnyard light," yowled the cats. "A talent contest? Who planned it?" Bon Bon asked as her pout lifted to a big grin. Not an animal could tell her. Bon Bon did not have a second to stop. She and the rest of the animals had to plan their acts. The dogs met next to the farm plow. They sang songs by howling and growling and bow-wowing. The ducks went down to the pond. They quacked and flapped their wings as they swam around and around. The cats met in the barn loft. They bounded around and did fantastic acrobatic tricks. That picture cracks me up. Those cats flopping around in the background. The hogs and sows clowned around in a mound of mud. Their snouts grunted loud pig sounds. What a hubbub! Farmer Brown contacted the vet. He asked her to visit as fast as she could. The animals must be sick, he fretted. Fretted is another word or a fancy word for worried. He's worried that the animals must be sick because they're acting kind of cuckoo. The vet inspected the crowd animal by animal. They were all fit as well as far as he could tell. They were all fit and well as far as he could tell. It must be too hot outside. Put the animals in the barn until tonight, the vet instructed Farmer Brown. It was just as well. The animals rested and planned their acts. Bon Bon found a flour sack to put on. It was not a gown, but it would be an outfit for her act. Act 4. At 10 o'clock the animals met at the farm wagon under the barnyard light. There was a crowd of skunks and rabbits and squirrels as well as all of the farm animals. There were more animals than Bon Bon could count. It was a fantastic talent contest. The acts were fun and acrobatic, but the best act was the last. Bon Bon the downtown cow was a hit. The crowd quacked and yowled and grunted and howled for more. Bon Bon bowed. The owl was proud. Just then Farmer Brown's light clicked on. The animals scattered. They ran back to their pens. They ran back to their pens and into the hills. Farmer Brown inspected the barn. The animals were all tucked in their pens. It had not been the best day, Farmer Brown grumbled as he clicked off the barn light. But for Bon Bon, it had been the best day. Bon Bon had been the downtown cow. From that day on, Bon Bon was a different cow. She was proud of herself. She felt that the talent contest was a gift that had been planned just for her. But she never found out who planned it. Did you? I thought that was a funny play on words because they said, but she never found out who planned it. They wanted to stress the word who, but I wonder if it also went along with the sound that the owl makes. I think owl planned it for her. Wasn't that nice? So I hope you enjoyed the story. This one will be added to your Just Right bins. I hope to see you guys soon, hopefully on Monday. Bye.